Hi Sagittarius, welcome to my channel, Live Life in Tarot. Sagittarius, this reading is for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign. We're going to take a look at what's coming towards you February 2nd and February 3rd, 2019. I repeat. We're taking a look at what's coming towards you February 2nd and February 3rd, 2019, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, I'm going to put 3 cards for what's coming towards you and 1 card that is your energy, your focus with what's coming towards you. And we're going to pull an advice card for you too, Sagittarius, for you to apply over the next couple of days. I've already shuffled the cards, but I'm going to shuffle them a little more for you. And let's take a look at what's happening for you, Sagittarius, in your world. I'm hearing joy and pain, sunshine and rain. Listen to God's children. Joy and pain, sunshine and rain. So what's going on, Sagittarius? Are you dealing with joy and pain, sunshine and rain? Are you going back and forth in your feelings? Is your situations causing you to go back and forth? I'm hearing back, forth and forth, back and forth. So let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius. See if that fire being tempered. If you're challenging, why I can't talk? Is something going on with your conversation, Sagittarius? Are you having trouble communicating? Because I'm trying to talk during your reading and I'm getting slurred speech. What's going on? Is the situation too intense that you're trying to articulate? Is it really got you in your feelings, Sagittarius? We're gonna find out what's up for you over these next 2 days, Sagittarius. This is what's Sagittarius. Jupiter, as it has to do with February 2nd and February 20th. Sagittarius is coming towards Sagittarius. We need to fall out. We are prepared for completion of the sign. Stay comfortable with coming towards Sagittarius. This is about you. This is the energy that Sagittarius focus on coming towards Sagittarius for February 2nd and February 3rd, 2019. Thank you. Okay, we're going to shuffle 3 more times for you, Sagittarius. And see what's up. Ooh, what's up? Yeah, seeing what it's up. Okay. Sagittarius, your focus over this next 2 days is you have the 7 of Pentacles. This is earth energy. This is around putting energy and effort into something, to cultivate something, to see a return on it. This is about needing to assess your situation to see how it's progressing or what else you can do to progress it forward. This is about the lack of effort in a situation. This is also about waiting or no longer waiting. For some of you, this is definitely around failure in these areas. And this is your focus, and that is to change it. For some of you are just going to not give a shit right now because you're tired of working on it. And I feel for some of you, tired of working on it doesn't mean you just out for the count and you're not going to work on it anymore. You just tired right now of all the work you've done, and it has still come to naught. You haven't seen what you want from it, and so you just want to be, you just want space from that shit, or space from the people that's involving, or the space from them circumstances, so that you can regroup and get back in alignment with yourself and refocus. Because see, for Sagittarius to do anything, they gotta have drive and passion, and when it's not there, you on fuck it mode. And people sometimes can confuse that for being, you mean fuck it for real, like forever and don't give a shit, when it's just more like fuck it because not right now. For others of you, it is fucking forever. Okay? And you're just not trying to work this shit out no more. You're tired. You feel like you're not getting anywhere in this. And you really feel like you should be getting somewhere with this. Others of you is who you're dealing with seeing it this way with you or with their efforts towards you. So let's see what you're trying to do with this energy. I do feel this is definitely around relationships. And it is also around home and family. This is also to do around money too. I feel like there's some issues around money. There's just issues across the board in your earthly realm as it has to do with your physical reality, your material things, your relationships, your work, your circumstances. It's just been a lot of, I feel like there's definitely a lot of energy and passion been put into something, but it's like the energy and passion has been, it just kind of jumped out in different directions, and it's not being channeled, or it's not being honed in on, you know, in just the way to be able to see what you're doing come together better. It's almost like is radical, like all over the place. It just feels all over the place. And so because your energy is about what you're dealing with is all over the place, or you maybe got a lot of shit going on that makes you feel all over the place, it's kind of hard for you to get grounded and stay motivated. Some of you are some of you are overreacting. You know, you got too much energy going with these situations, and you just all over the place as well. But it's definitely around relationships. For others of you, it's around just making decisions. You're not making good decisions. You're not investing properly in something, and it's not because you weren't trying to. It just either you didn't assess the situation enough, or you're not assessing the situation at all, and you are putting in the energy and effort, and you are not seeing the desired result. Now, for some of you, in this case, it's a small group of you that, you know, your energies and efforts towards something, your situations, your relationships, your money, things like that, you are seeing some turnaround. You coming out of failure, but you're coming out of it slow, and that shit is getting under your skin too, Sagittarius, because you all about, you know, flamboyant. You're all about the fire. You're all about shit being good, and it's just not coming into place the way you had it in mind. Like, you had a plan, and the plan is failing. And some of it is failing because things outside of your control, are happening to those plans, and just causing a shit show for you, and you just didn't see that coming. And for some of you, there was no way to see that coming. There was no way to see that coming. But like I said, others of you, you are starting to see progress. Some of you, you're starting to work on trying to create progress in some failed circumstances and relationships that you're dealing with. And so it's like back to the drawing board. It's back to making some decisions. It's back to, you know, and these are not small choices you're making. This is shit that's really, you know, hitting you in every area, depending on what you decide or not decide, or what you have assessed or not assessed. What you can see or what you don't see is making a difference here for you, for the positive or for the negative. But right now, a lot of you are sitting in that negative stuff. Okay? So what's coming towards you is you have the Four of Cups. This is water energy, feelings and emotions. Fours talk about stability, or it can talk about instability or being stuck here with the water energy here. And I feel like a lot of you dealing with a mixed bag with your circumstances. Some things are coming together and working out as per your efforts. Other things are not. I feel like for some of you, your efforts in something is coming out the way you plan, but the idea, the vision of how that plan looks as it is working out is different in your reality than how you saw it in your mind, and that's fucking with you because it's giving you mixed emotions because that's not quite the way you saw it, and so you're disappointed slightly with that. But for some of you, you know that you got to go ahead and tweak whatever the hell that was, or some of you are just gonna like sit in that feeling for a minute because you know that's what Sagittarius do sometimes. They need to process and let all that fire energy and release it so they can get grounded and come back to the drawing board on the situation, right? Some of you, there's just disappointment, okay? And the disappointment is around relationships. Some of you are feeling disappointed within yourself because, you really are, you big on, having really great ideas and hitting the ground running and seeing that shit come together and like flawlessly, effortlessly, and when it don't, that puts you in a funky place. And I feel like that's where some of you are right now. Others of you starting to come out of that energy, you're starting to come out of that funky energy, but it's still lingering there for you. What's coming towards you? You got the Nine of Swords, Sagittarius. You've been worried. You've been having fears. Shit been coming up in your life despite what you're working on, just causing all these worries and fears. I feel like some shit for y'all just feel like, and probably is, straight up sabotage. Straight up sabotage. Either by what you are doing or didn't do, or what somebody else is doing or didn't do, or again, whatever is going on outside of your control, and you just gotta wear that shit right now, and it feels cruel because you plan. Those of you that plan, when you make that plan, it's pretty good plan, it's pretty effective, but right now that shit ain't showing up like that for you right now, Sagittarius. And so some stuff is falling apart for you, at least right now for the moment. But you fire energy. Once you start getting that momentum back up, there's no stopping you, and you're gonna come back at this shit, and then you're just gonna get rid of it. You're gonna get rid of it some kind of way. You Sagittarius always figure it out. You very very calculating, very much forward thinking, and more than anything for Sagittarius, I think the biggest asset or issue is when you get in the energy of your passion, of your pursuits. When you have something that you're pursuing, even with this failed energy, this feeling in your funky because it's not right, and all the worries and fears that result in you're not seeing stuff come together. Whatever you're doing, as long as what you were doing was something that you're passionate about, yeah, this shit is phasing you right now, but you're going to come back at it and you're going to just brush it aside because you always come up with how to get what you want. You are the passion obtainer, Sagittarius. Some of you, you go after what you want, no holds barred, okay? You get it by any means necessary. You will five swords that shit if you have to, because you're not getting defeated. Now, you'll experience being, delayed, stagnated, taking a hit, but you're not doing defeat. You're doing victory by any means necessary. It's always got to be win-win for you. You can't do lose-lose. So take comfort in that, Sagittarius, but you didn't need me to tell you that. You already know this shit, right? What's coming towards you? Damn, Sagittarius, what the hell is happening in your world? Look at this. What is this? Oh, you have this here, 5 of Discs. You are worried. Yeah, shit in your world has turned upside down, Sagittarius. Your money funny. Your home is a little bit rattled by some shit. Your relationships is taking a hit, because I'm quite sure whoever you dealing with is feeling the brunt of, you know, this experience with you, because see, you are very expressive, Sagittarius. So whoever's around you, close to you, they gonna know shit is crazy right now, and they gonna feel it with you, and they in it with you. But yeah, you're worried. You experiencing some sort of lack. Some of you are experiencing some actual physical lack, because, well, most of you, because Sagittarius don't lose. Somehow they come up like roses. They come out swinging, and they just still end up with what they want, and sometimes more. So whatever this is, there's some stuff hitting you for real, and it's a blow. It's challenging. But you know what? You see, with the 5 of this, though, all this worry you doing, you'll do that for a time, but, you know, you'll come out of it. You'll come out of it. If you need me to tell you that, I'm telling you this right now. Come out of it. Don't stay in this energy of this 9 of Swords, this 7 of this failure, this 4 of Cups of a mixed bag of feeling or being in your feelings, okay, discontented. Opportunities may have been missed, or an opportunity didn't end up looking the way you hoped it would look. You know, shit happens, right? You know this, but you have an intense reaction to that shit when it happens. And so, yeah, you gotta burn the village down, so to speak, to get all that out of you with what you're experiencing, before you can regroup and come back at it, and come out swinging and be winning, because that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna be winning right after this. So with the 5 of disc, Sagittarius, even though you're experiencing lack and loss, and it's real, it is, being worried is real, being in your head is real, your circumstances, your efforts not coming together the way you want is real. You know, feeling unhappy and sad and discontented and melancholy when all that shit happened at once, it's real. And so it's not time to ignore your feelings and act like the shit ain't happening and snap right back, because see, you could break something trying to do that shit. You do have to, you know, let these feelings wash over you, but wash over you and let it go. Release it. And then focus on, you know, recovery. But you're going to do that. And I'm telling you, do that. Focus on recovery. Let it wash over you. Don't act like it didn't happen, because it did. The shit got crazy. Feel it, experience it, see about whatever happened that on your part could have been done different, or as it has to do with who you're dealing with, and just revise your plan, revise how you do shit, and move forward and make some changes, because change is available to you. Because even though it's a 5 of this, and it's worry and feeling lack and experiencing, you know, material loss in your world, also it takes you coming up with a practical approach to changing whatever it is that is the problems that's going on in your world too. But you need to be able to know that there are resources available to you, and you not ass out, because you are not doomed. The universe don't work like that. The universe don't work like that. Yeah, the universe throw you curveballs, but even in that, there's a purpose, and it's to further you, to progress you, to bless you. And you just gotta you know, put your boots on and keep trailblazing. So taking a deeper look at the 7 of this, Sagittarius, you have with that the Princess of Wands, and this here is the Page of Wands, okay, energy. So this is fire energy. I feel this is you embodying this energy, or someone you're dealing with, but this is you, Sagittarius. This is you. You have been implementing plans of action, trying to, you know, open up a new chapter for yourself, have new things happen in your world through your actions. You have been, there's been some messages, you've been taking action, you've been communicating with others, receiving communication. You know, there's a lot of effort, energy, and collaboration, and, you know, doing that has gone into your world, and you trying to keep it going well and improve it. And that just right now the progress is not rendering you the desired result, or you're now at a place now that this energy, you are now coming, you back to the drawing board where you now starting to draw more plans of action to start solving this, because you know you don't stay down, Sagittarius. You just don't. You can't. You know, you always got to see what's next, because you know you're visionary. It's very similar to the Aquarius. And there's air energy here, so some of you may be dealing with an Aquarius as this goes. With the Four of Cups, you have the Fool. So the Fool is a major arcana. Sagittarius is air energy. And this is about taking leaps of faith, going in a new direction. For some of you, that's what this was about. And it just, there was some, you know, cracks in the road. But for most of you, I feel like this here is just some foolish, just nonsense happened. Okay? Some of it was you. Some of it was just stuff you see is just foolishness that happened to you. Okay? So, and I mean foolishness like that came out of corner pocket. Now? That wasn't how it was, but now this is how it is? What? I didn't see that coming. This is just foolish. And so, some of you actually took some risk. And that risk backfired for some of you. Others of you took a risk, and that risk is just not picking up with the momentum you need for what's going on in your world to see progress and better change and opportunity. Others of you, you're deciding to pick yourself up out of your emotions, like I said, and actually take a risk. Some of you are deciding that you're going to, whether you take a risk or not, you're just going to go forward. And you still going to leap. You're still going to leap and expect for stuff to work out. And because that's you know it can. You know it can, Sagittarius. Now, don't be naive and don't be reckless. Because, you know, that's a slippery slope, Sagittarius. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Hermit. Okay? The Hermit is earth energy. Some of you are dealing with the Virgo, or you have Virgo in your chart. But with the Hermit energy here, this is about, you know, needing to get grounded, needing to seek answers, seek the truth in a situation or for yourself, needing to analyze. This is really, for many of you, about needing to analyze your concerns and the things that's got you worried and got you in your head and in your feelings and got your world not coming right and tight like you know, like you like to have it. And you need to see what to do next. And so it's like you are withdrawing now, and I feel some of you are going to, you know, just go within. Some of you need to go within. Okay? Some of you need to go without some shit. Okay? But yeah, with this Hermit energy, you gotta look at all of this and then see how to move forward, see what went wrong, see, you know, what you might have missed, what a detail or two that you may have missed, how could you have done this better, and then try to, out of all of that, come up with the way forward, the new actions with this Princess of Wands, which is also the Page of Wands. Some of you may need to talk to somebody and get the word out that you need some assistance or help. And some of you will get a positive response where, you know, that help is available to you, or will be, or has been. Others of you, you know, you're gonna end up kicking a few rocks before you find, you know, somebody who will invest. But again, you have to analyze and observe, and you need to take the risk. You need to continue to go forward. You need to continue to try to push for that new direction. And looking at this 5 of discs, you have the 6 of discs. So the 6 of discs is talking about the balance of giving and receiving, needing to balance, finding balance. But this has to do with your material world, in your home, your family, your relationships, your money, you know, everything that is, you know, in your physical reality, in your world, Sagittarius. And so that's the way to address what you're worried about, and you are doing that. You know you have the keys, or you know how to find the keys to creating this balance. Some of you are about to start this. Some of you have already started implementing this, and some of you are further along in this process where balance is actually happening, and rather quickly for some of you. Others of you, you're getting there. Now, some of you, depending on how long you stay stuck in this, you know, negative space and circumstances, you know, the ability to change, you know, what's going on in your world and have that success will take however long it takes for you, because you are the key to this shit, Sagittarius. So for others of you, you're dealing with loss came in because, you know, there was an imbalance in what you received. You either didn't receive enough out of everything you were working out or counting on, or you gave too much, counting on what you had planned on to come together, and trusting it and learning that that was foolish or too big a risk. So let's take a look at what your guidance is, Sagittarius, in all of this. Hang in there, Sagittarius, but I know you will. The energy is here for you to change it. And with that Hermit energy is definitely there for you to get the answers. And you got that fire energy there, that the passion it will come back in for you. And you know, getting in a better headspace with that Fool, you're going to be able to get back up and start moving forward again. Even some of you are going to take risks, or not be as risk-taking, but still moving forward. And we got this Earth energy here with the 5 of discs. Okay. So what came out for you is this simply love. Simply love. I tell you, this simply love feels like the 6 of discs energy. This is back to the balance of give and take. As it has to do with relationships, I feel others of you, there are issues around your relationship, and this is the situation for you. This is the biggest issue for you of the issues you're dealing with. And there's a problem with affection, either by you or the other person, or both. And you know, there's that feeling of imbalance in your relationship, and I feel like, as it has to do with love and relationship and finding balance of give and take, I feel like some of y'all just making this thing too damn complicated. You're making it more complicated than it is. And for some of you, it is complicated, and it's so complicated that it ain't simple. But I feel like in everything, whether it's your relationship, whether it's the issues in your home, the issues with your money, the issues with within yourself, the issues with your work, whatever you're dealing with in your material world, I feel like is one, keep it simple. Find ways to keep it simple is what I feel this means. Keep it simple and keep it balanced. Keep it balanced and keep it simple. And And don't be hard on yourself. And don't be hard on who you are involved with. And they shouldn't be hard on themselves or hard on you. This is a time where, you know, fighting and, you know, being at odds with each other when shit just got real. This ain't the time to come up with some more bullshit that you can throw at it with your own actions and behavior towards each other and the circumstances you're popping up with, and causing more pain and cruelty. Okay, that's just not gonna solve it. So there's no need to throw more shit at the shit, right? This is the time where y'all gotta just, or you or whatever's going on here, you just gotta be like, okay, this shit happened. Let's keep it simple. And keeping it simple means, what can you do now? Do that. When you do that, what can you do next? Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overburden yourself. Don't go trying to, you know, in this case, you know, you can work on being a magician, but I feel like that magician mode is where you need to acquire the tools so you can have all you want. Whereas with the magician, he already has the tools, all the tools to create what he wants. And just, you know, keep it simple. Keep whatever you need to do next in your relationships, everything. Keep it simple. Don't make it complicated. Don't add to the situation in a negative way. Don't make it this whole big thesis. Okay? Don't turn it into fucking algebra when it's just simple math. Keep it simple. Keep it simple, Sagittarius, okay? Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I thank you for watching. Bye.